Thank you very much, Norrie. It's a great pleasure, specific pleasure, to be here for this seminar, and it's also a general pleasure to be visiting Columbia University for the first time, which is rather beautiful in the sunshine. And what I'm going to do today is to describe two examples of how past listening experience shapes our reaction to sounds and the associated changes that can occur in the brain. And what I'm going to do first is describe what might be considered as a natural experiment in the prolonged exploration of a highly specific sound environment. And I'm then going to describe a second example of how exposure to certain sounds in certain subjects can lead to the development of an abnormal emotional reaction to sounds. First then, I'm going to describe the experience of what might be considered a model listening environment. And this is a natural human experiment in which subjects are exposed to tens of thousands of hours of a highly specific sound environment that they are required to adjust in a precise and prescribed way. And what we've done here is to study both the effect of this on listening performance and associated changes in the brain structure. The subjects for this experiment are piano tuners. And there's a bit of a background to this, actually. I've done a number of studies on patients who have deficits in particular types of expertise, and we've done a number of subjects in people who have acquired and developmental problems with musical perceptions, people with tone deafness. After that work was published, I was approached by the president of the Piano Tuners Association in the UK. Yes, they have one. And I was asked if I was interested in studying subjects who have listening expertise in abundance, actually, so the counterexample, if you like. And as you can see, this is a highly elaborate process. This 628-page textbook on piano tuning was written by my collaborator, Brian Capleton, who trains piano tuners at a college in Hereford in the UK. And basically, there are two aspects to piano tuning: listening for beats, which I'm going to describe in a moment, and navigation within the precise specified pitch space, which is defined by Western music. Interestingly, it's not a particularly musical process, actually, and people who have particular musical expertise are generally discouraged from becoming piano tuners. I don't know, maybe they'll tinkle on the Steinway rather than tuning it. And it's actually a type of skill that they develop which isn't particularly useful to actually creating music or understanding music in general. So, as I say, basically piano tuning involves listening for beats that occur between tones that are mistuned. And traditional piano tuning involves listening to two-note chords and listening for beats that occur between certain harmonics in these chords. So here in red, you can see the spectrum of the sound C, call it middle C if you like. And this has a fundamental, which is 262 hertz, and a number of overtones or harmonics of the fundamental at integer multiples of the fundamental, double, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times the fundamental frequency, etc. What I've also shown here in blue is the note G, which is a perfect fifth above middle C, and this, you can see, has a fundamental which is higher and